Boom, boom. Everybody, welcome back to the channel. We got a little bit of Soul Land Reloaded up today, and just as thought, we have got a Divine Realm up. So this is another pull for Rongrong. Okay, I thought this was supposed to be, I guess that's going to be the next draw, will be for the new one. So this is for Rongrong. So not a bad character. She's a healer, you know. She's always been got that healing going on. So if you're looking for a healer, first SP healer, so probably looking at the best of the game in terms for that. But we are, of course, not going for Rongrong. We are going to be actually pulling for Wu. So as always, first thing you need to do is spin, I think it's 9,000 diamonds to actually get your hands on the actual summons. And then spin the actual, do 2 pools in this, got to do 12 to get the remaining 5. So you get 15 of the actual pools, and then get another 5 in here for a total of 20. Okay, so it's pretty steep, I know. And they did this right after Divine Tool. I think they do this on purpose, just to really, because my diamonds were down below 10,000 today after I did that. So yeah, keep that in mind, that you will have to actually purchase them right here. So it's 600 for 15, and I think it's unites to 9,000. I think is what it comes to. So that's where you get them at. And then they had some 30 shards for this is a full chest, so you can get Hugh or Oscar if you're looking for those two. So that was good. I did those, and then a bunch of other stuff. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good setup that they do have. And if you're willing to spend some money, you can get a lot of shards for characters or whatnot. Still not happy about this chest that they're throwing inside of here. These are triple S characters. I would think that they would at least throw in a max chest for that, as well as this is a max chest right here. But they didn't, so it is what it is. But at least they're giving you 600 diamonds, so it's a chance to rebuild things back up. So as I said, I'm only 2 short. So we should be able to get Wu on the actual pool. So let's go ahead and take care of that right now and get that out of the way. So we go to Divine Realm. So as you can see, as always, it stays on what you put. So you can switch your Soul Masters right here. So Tang Xin, excellent, Ma, Wu, and Rongrong. So we're going to be, of course, staying on Wu. Okay, so let's just go ahead and do, see, as I can see, I need 2 more for her. So I should probably get it on this pool unless I get really unlucky. So, and I got it. That was actually a pretty good pool. So, as you can see, I actually got, that's pretty good, because I did get 5 Whoos. So that's good. But yeah, so that's really well more than I need. But we're going to go ahead and continue pulling on Wu. I'll just use the excess ones and start throwing those into her. And I got a 50 for her. That's great. That is excellent. It seems like once you really have it, you just the same thing happened on Tang Xin. When I got Tang Xin, I also had a 50 after I'd gotten him. But this just gives you a chance to actually get, you know, work on the divine skill. And we're going to use Exchange Shop for her as well, because she is the considered to be OP. Okay, I have not had a chance. Like I said, I just got her. So, but I've had multiple people suggest that her and BB Dong are the 2 most powerful SPs. And of course, they do have. There is, after the SPs, we've got the next level, which is the SSP. Is what I'm hearing. That's what there's on China server. So, levels keep going up, but you know, it is what it is. As fast as they introduced characters, it was obvious that they were going to have to continue having different levels of characters as they go on. But as long as they keep it like this, it's something that you continually work on to build up. So we do have that. So let's go ahead and go to the Soul Master and summon Wu. Azura Sword's Heath, Divine King Wu, and there she is. Attack unit. No comments. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at what we got. So we've got her. Let's see where she's placed at, just out of curiosity. Yeah, she's already, yep, she's placed top. So this is where we got. So we got Wu. Now, I'm going to go ahead and focus on the divine skill. Let's see how much. So we able to get. All right, we was able to get the first set. I was hoping we'd be able to get the first of her talents. That's pretty cool. All right, so soul rings. I guess I do have one soul ring for her. Put the Tintin soul rings in there and get that up. We'll work on that a little bit later. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what would be the best way to go about this here. Probably just go ahead and start running her up and let's see exactly how much we can get out of it. So we're going to activate her. Brought my handbook up. 40 reward to claim. And we'll see how far we can bring her up. I should be able to max her out, I believe. Gotta do the level. Really thought they'd have an actual, you know, just like instant level up, you would think. I store these up as much as I can. I don't use them for anything, so. But it's still going to use, it's probably going to dip into this. Nope, maybe not. I thought it might barely dip into it. Let's see. Yeah, it started to dip into it. Made a little dent in it, that's for sure. So everything maxed up in that. So I have to do some herbs and stuff on that a little bit later. And I was thinking that they would have something here too, so that we can so how far did we get? One sun. So that's pretty good. And yeah, it didn't put in the next sun because it was short. But we of course had this well in plan. We already planned for this. Because I knew that, you know, so just keeping them and storing them because that's the easiest way to do it if you want to max out the character. So let's see how close we are. So that took her up to 4. So we're going to need we're going to need about 2,500 actual shards to actually get her up there. So let's go ahead and go into the bag. We should have that. Oh yeah, plenty of shards. just go ahead and do 3. So she's already overtaken some of my fully maxed out SS pluses, and I haven't done anything with her skill set or any type of soul bones or anything like that. So she's pretty powerful. There she is, all maxed out. So we've got her completely done. I'm not exactly sure how far I'll be able to go with the actual armor. Okay, yeah, we were able to get there. I wasn't sure if I was going to have enough to actually do it. Okay, so he's only able to get to the blues. We should probably get yeah. Since I just broke, max went full max on Tank Sand, which was probably I want to say about 2 months ago. I think was probably about when it was. I still haven't had a chance to build up some of the actual lower level items, as you can see, because we used a lot of that when we were doing Tank Sand, and I don't run these low levels anymore. I mean, I don't run for blue attack items anymore and things like that. So that's the reason. So I'm just gonna have to build that up, working on that. But as you can see, we're already making some headway. We've already got 106, and I'll be putting some more into that. But I'm going to go ahead and build her up, and we'll start working on that. Now we do have some actual finishing up going on inside of the time limited events. We've still got the Divine Tool event that's still up. Okay, today is the last day, so make sure that you do purchase everything that you need to with the actual tattered blueprints, because these go away. These will expire if you don't use them. I purchased a lot of good stuff out here. I got all this stuff, and I got the actual purchase to max on the Sword of Life. As well as got some good stuff for the SS pluses. Not exactly sure where. I would expected that I would have seen some triple S in here. I'm not exactly sure why they don't have any items. This is one of the things about the Divine Tools. They're just not. They just don't give them to you. I mean, you only get one every now and then, and when you do get, it's not a whole lot. And then they're not even giving us the triple S's in a chest. And we're on SP. This was the first SP. So, yeah, not sure about that. I mean, you can get them if you want to purchase, of course, but yeah, they shouldn't have to for that. But they should offer the chest in there for those of us working on it from free to play. And then, so make sure to use those today. Don't use them, you lose them. You should see an expiration on your actual bag if you have any that need to be used. It'll say expired in red across the bag. So just keep that in mind. The actual, this is pretty good. I had everything in here. Like I say, shards for both. You get, you got the summoning stones as well as shards for the actual for who, if you were looking for that for the triple S characters. Again, the exchange shop hasn't really changed. Still, this is ridiculous. 1 Spirit Avatar Stone. I'm not exactly sure. You'd have to spend several $1,000s to get to the point where you're getting 80 of them. So I'm not exactly sure what's going on with that. Maybe it's for people who are storing these and saving them. I assume you can save them. I've never actually done that. I've always immediately put them into shards for the character. But you might be able to save them, I guess. but it's only 80. If you wait until the Master Forge, you can get a large sum of these, you know, and you don't have to pay anything. So I would not focus on getting them inside of here. Just, you know, wait until the Master Forge event comes out. And hopefully, you know, in the last one they had, we got a bunch of advancement stones. So that's a good place to get it from. Other than that, there's not anything going on in terms of events. Just the actual Rongrong pool event and the actual finish up of the Divine Tool event. Okay, and that's pretty much everything. So this will be going on for 3 days. So make sure that you do get in there. Having the Divine Tool and this pool for Rongrong was they have to have planned it, I think, because it's just because the most expensive event that they have besides the actual pools is the Divine Tool, because you're going to spend to get the 30 shards that you need, as well as the triple S shards that they throw in. They should throw in there that they don't. You're still looking at like it's like 5 and 6,000. So you got 5 or 6,000 for that, and you got 9,000 for the actual shards that you need to purchase, and then you have to submit the secondary pool for this to get the remaining shards using the tattered flags. Requires 100 as well too. So yeah, that's another, you know, that's another 100. That's another 3,000 right there. So it just adds up. Which is why, I mean, I had like something like, I was like at 30 something. I was down to 9 this morning after I did the purchase for the actual thing, and you know, I built it back up because if you play the game over consistently every day, you can get 3,000-4,000 diamonds. Like, especially if you keep your ranking up, because you get, you know, you'll get 2,000 of it, or 1,500 to 2,000 of it in your mail just from keeping your rankings up in all of the actual. You know, you keep your Sea God ranking, your arena ranking, and all that stuff. Keep that up. You get coinage for that. Okay, so keep that in mind. And there's other places that you can get. You know, you can always get 500 on the secret shop each day, right here. Okay, so there's ways to get diamonds if you play the game. Okay, if you clear a Sea God room, you can get some diamonds that way. Unfortunately, there's really no diamonds in the battle pass. I was upset about that. The only diamonds are the 18. I think it's 1888 that you get at the end. How much is that? Which is at 1888. Not sure where they pulled that number from. But yeah, so you can't get any from there, unfortunately. But you can get them in. Yeah, if you keep your rankings up, you'll be able to clear between 2,000 and 5,000 each day. So you can replenish your diamonds pretty fast. So I don't mind going below 9. Like I think I hit 8,000, 8,500 or something, and build it back up. But if you keep playing the game, that's not something that's a problem. So it just really sticking them close together like that is, you know, I prefer if they give us a little distance between that. It's all right having a, you know, at least a week between, so you have a chance to build up. Because if you're running low, and you know, and you purchase some of this stuff in a Divine Tool event, they might have trouble purchasing the getting the 9,000 diamonds that you need to buy all of the actual summoning stones that you need to do the summons. Okay, I mean, you can get 5 from running the Royal Hunting Ground, of course, but that, you know, the 15 only purchasable via diamonds. So you might not get it. I mean, it's a 3-day event, so you should theoretically in a 3-day event be able to get those diamonds back, that you'd be able to get that. But it'd be nice if they give us a little bit of the space between the events. All right, so that's all I got for the video today. I'm going to go ahead and work on bringing up Wu, getting her up, purchasing all the shards and get her up in full. And then once we got her full, I'll show you where she's at in BP and what we're going to do plan-wise. And then over the course of the next, 4 or 5 days, we'll have to do the testing to determine whether or not she should replace In Ming or whether she just, Evil Eye. So we'll have to make a determination as which one's going to go. And then we're not going to do any pulls on any of the SPs until we get BB Dong. Any pulls that come out will be focused on Wu, since she's supposed to be OP. And based on her skill set, it seems like she would. So that's what we're hoping on. That's one of the reasons I chose her, and that's perfect, as I've said in previous videos. If you go back and watch some older videos, I said I wanted to have a team that had Tang San and Wu in it, since they are the two main characters of the actual anime. Um, it's really nice having being able to put them together in a team. Okay. And have them running together. And then BB Dong was one who's in it from the beginning as well too. So it's nice having her. And then that fourth character, that's something we'll have to make a decision on as to who we're going to go for four. As I've said before, um, I think we can safely go with four attackers. I mean, considering that the SPs are vastly overrated, I mean, Hugh's going to last for quite a while. But there's going to be an attacker, of course. It's going to be a little bit more powerful than her coming up, I'm assuming. So we'll just have to see. And then we'll make a determination as to when and if it'll go in. Primarily going to focus on Wu for right now and just get her to build up. And then having two SPs in the team should stabilize me in the rankings. And it'll also allow me to advance higher into the Royal Hunting Ground, because this right here is where you're going to be getting your, here in the darkness is where you're going to be getting your red soul rings, which are the max soul rings. So this is where you want to do it. And like I say, you need to get right about here before you can actually start getting enough soul rings. The percentages down here are just too low. Okay, I got here last time and I managed to get a couple right here. So this is where you want to try to be. So yeah, anything up in between here, you're probably going to be able to get the percentages high enough that you'll at least see them drop on 30 or 40 pools. I've saved up my actual tokens specifically for this. I knew that I was going to get Wu, and then I was going to build Wu up max. I knew I had enough to get her maxed out pretty quickly. And with two SPs maxed out inside of the Royal Hunting Ground, I should be able to clear this one. Okay, and then start doing pools here. This is my goal. I don't want to pull on anything less than this. Okay, they don't tell you what the percentages are. They just say it's random, first, second, third, fourth. It's all the soul rings, but they don't tell you which one. They don't give you any idea of which one it's going to be. And that's the case. Like I say, the God's Trial event that comes up when they introduce out the new characters is also a place where you can get some soul rings. It's now in the shop. Unfortunately, it's in the server portion of the shop, as I've said before. So unfortunately, you might not be able to get it if you're not someone who is playing on an active server. Because it's a server event. It's the server portion. There's two. There's the shop, which you get for just playing the actual event and fighting the actual clones. And then you get rewards for that, which can be spent in a shop, which is a really good shop. But then there's a secondary event, which is a server event. And as you get up that server scale, at the end of that server event scale is a chest with 2 red soul rings in it. They're random, but you get a chest to get 2 of them. Okay, so that's where you're going to have to look at in terms of getting a consistent source. I'm hoping we'll see him in a Master Forge, as I said. And we should be having a Master Forge very soon. Sometime probably. It wouldn't surprise me if it hits next. It wouldn't surprise me at all. But I'd say if it doesn't hit this week, end of this week here, we should see it sometime middle of next week. We should have, by then, we should have a Master Forge event up. And hopefully they'll get us some soul rings in there. Chests where we can get 5 or something like that would be the best way to go about it. And be able to get them. Of course, they're going to be random, so there's not really much you can do about it. But it does not look like they're going to reset the Royal Hunting Ground and the Soul Beast. It does not look like reset's going to happen. They could just up and reset it, which would be nice, because that would be a way to guarantee yourself to get 3 more of them over the long term, of course. And of course random, so it's not. But since we've got 2 characters and every slot needs filled, that's not a big problem. I'm hoping that the chest that they throw inside of the actual, if they do throw one on the Master Forge, I'm hoping it's going to be a selection chest. It would be nice, so I can choose which numbered soul ring to get, because if you've already filled up the 2s and then get another 2 would be waste. Nothing you can do with it except use it for material. Yeah, I mean, you can start rolling it to their characters, of course, which is what you do, of course. So theoretically, you're never going to come across one you can't use, It's just it would be nice to be putting it towards your more powerful SPs than put it on a triple S or something like that. But we'll have to see at that point. But we'll have to see. It's all a little bit heads up at this particular point. We don't know what's coming down the pike in terms of a way to get those. So we'll take a look. In terms of them, if you do see guide gifts, they do have 12 of them in here. Okay, I just saw this, was really impressed with this actual pack. If you're willing to spend $5.99, that's 12 right there. Of course, this is a random, so you might end up running out on one or running up on one, but it's a way to get a handful of them if you need them. But nothing free as of yet. But like I said, I'm hoping the Forge will see something like that, and we'll be able to get it. All right, so I'll do a video in a couple days once I've got Wu managed up. We'll take a look at her BP and make a determination as to which one is best, and see what team, if we go with 3 attackers and a tank, or if we go with 4 attackers and we're able to do it. We'll see. It's one of those things that's interesting about the game. You can always mix and match and see what works best. All right, so again, thanks a lot for watching. Remember to subscribe. Once you subscribe, you'll see the bell. Click on it, you get notified each time I drop a video. Kenra, coming at you from the corner, signing out.